everyone. How are you doing? Welcome back. So, today we're taking a look at Libra energy. We're going to be seeing what's going on this month of December for you guys. When I talk about Libra energy, I'm talking about Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and North Node. So, make sure you are checking out all of your placements to get the full picture. Before I begin, reminder it's a general energy reading, so only take what resonates. Don't take anything that doesn't. Don't take anything too personal. And if you want to book a personalized energy reading with me, I have a lot of different topics and reading options. You can head on over to my website, 1111witchybabe.com, to do that. Also, if you would like to get the extended version of this reading, you can check out my Patreon for as low as $3. I have the tier process is basically pay what you can. So whatever you're able to afford, starting at $3, you get access to all of the content that's already uploaded, along with the extended versions of the readings that will be posted monthly, and a lot of content that I continue to add on each week. So be sure to check that out. We would love to have you. And I think that's about it. So let's go ahead and dive on in to the reading. Check out the description box for all the other information. And if you would like to contact me, how to do that. Okay, Libra energy. So let's see. We have carnivorous flower fairy. A tempting offer has a high price. So there's something that's tempting you this month. There's something that is looking really, really good, but the price is high for it. So it's one of those things where it's going to seem like a good idea, seem like, okay, yeah, I really, really, really want this, but it's not necessarily going to be the best thing for you to do at this time. So let's get some more details. With our Astro cards, we have in the 12th house. So 12th house energy, we have 11th house energy as well. And we have Capricorn. Okay, so this could be a situation that's involving some friends with the 11th house here. Because with the carnivorous flower fairy, I really get that this is about a person. Now, it could be a person that kind of leads you into a situation where you're getting a tempting offer, but I feel like there's a person at the root of this. So this could be a friend. Interesting with the 12th house, I feel like this could also be some sort of spiritual connection, soulmate. I'm hearing twin flame. It's not one of my favorite terms, but for all those that resonate with that, I am hearing that. And then we have Capricorn energy. So this could be a Capricorn that you're dealing with. Somebody that has Capricorn placements. I just heard somebody that's going through their Saturn return. Okay, let's see what other cards we have. We have Droid Hold Space. Okay. Father Sky Unknown. Trust in the unknown. And Protection Guardian, Drop Your Shields. All right. I gotta get some more cards here, guys. I just feel like, okay, let's see. We have, oh, okay, Virgin. Fear of intimate union. I got it. It is, okay. This is what's going on. So, what I see here is that you all, this is about a relationship. This is about either a friendship or a romantic relationship, maybe both. And I feel like this is something where you guys have not been in communication. This is communication coming in, either via literal communication or through, and I'm going to say with the communication, it's going to be through technology. So it'll be text message, email, whatever, tag. There's going to be something that's going to be electronically message sent, or there could be some sort of spiritual or dreams that you're having of this person, because this could take more of a spiritual form as well. But there is some sort of union. There's sort of, I don't want to call it union. I want to call it communication. And maybe that temptation is going to be like you're wanting union to happen, or union is offered, but the price right now is too high. And this can be for friends as well. You could have been on the outs with a friendship, and you're coming back into communication, but it doesn't seem like it seems like there's still some things that are needing to be addressed. So the one thing that I see here is with all three of these cards came out reversed, and I'm taking them on as like shadow aspects that you're both currently working on. So the first one is the Virgin and its shadow attribute, which is the fear of intimate union. Now that is kind of what triggered that download of the information about relationships and things, and coming back into communication. One or both of you is fearful of intimate union, and that's both physical and emotional. Being honest with each other, there's still games here being played. There's also something about the role that each of you play in your life, and I don't know if maybe one of you kind of has judgment, or maybe you both do, on that role, like what you do. Maybe one of you work in fields where they're maybe like kind of polar opposites, or you have really different lifestyles or really different ways of thinking, different backgrounds, and so you're just very different people. And there's this worry about how, like, if you guys can actually be together. Like, can I be with somebody that does this or is like this? And I feel like it's really judgmental, but that's honestly what I'm picking up. So I'm if that's not for you, don't take it, okay? Then we have Shapeshifter coming out in its shadow attribute, projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. So this is very Gemini energy here. And this is like the lower aspects of the Gemini energy. So they could be dealing with a Gemini. This is going to be, somebody that they switch things up exactly as it says, based on what's going to fit their needs in that moment. They can kind of, always seem to get on the upper hand in a situation. And so this is manipulation. And so this is something that somebody is, or you are, working on. And then we also have, or something that's a part of this, I don't feel like this is okay, you're working on this and you're working on this, because we have 3 cards. I almost feel like all of this is both of you. And if this is a twin flame connection, or even if this is just a very spiritual connection, there's just a lot of mirroring here. Because the last card coming out in its shadow attribute, it says bully. And this is, physical violence, verbal violence. And I feel like it just represents a lot of anger. I'm hearing hatred. Sometimes I feel like you guys have maybe said some really awful things to one another. And this is why it's really important with this union that things don't go too fast, and you're holding space for each other, and you're holding space for the connection. And what I mean by that is just like allowing what I'm seeing when I'm saying holding space. I don't even know if it's... Anyway, what I see is basically like time being inserted. Like I see a timeline, and I just see a chunk of time, and it's like, it's not talking about time of you guys being separated, but just time of not running into a connection, and more of a slow build. When I think about Capricorn energy, I think about kind of slowly building up that grind, that working their way through middle management up to upper management type of thing. So it's nothing that's overnight. It's not, okay, let's go and do this like right after we've come back in communication. It's something that's going to take time and kind of be a journey. And so there's trusting the unknown. I feel like both of you can't really get a read on each other right now. It's like kind of like you're flying blind. And I feel like with Libra energy, you guys pick up patterns really easily. Air energy, they see the patterns, they see the, the likely outcome. So it's like kind of being able to predict what's going to happen, predicting the future, right? But with this situation, you can't see things very clearly. And that is likely because you're very emotionally attached. And even if you are a detached air sign, you have emotions, and you can get emotionally too invested, and you're not going to be able to have that same pattern finding energy. But also, if this is something that's like a higher level soul connection, you are just not going to be able to have a read on this, on the energy of this right now, because that's part of the reason why you're having it, is to like release control. And usually if you're having a hard time doing that, then you know that control in relationships is actually an issue for you. The drop your shields, I feel like you are trying to protect yourself too much, to the point where you're just going to block everything out. So like maybe the communication comes in and you don't want to respond. That's not a good idea either. So you want to be, it's not rushing into anything, but it's also allowing. That's why I'm saying like hold space. It's almost like let's social distance the feelings, right? Like don't put up walls, but don't get too close too fast. Because there's still things going on. There's still demons there lurking. And there's still what I'm hearing is it's like there's a oh my goodness. I had it and then now it left my head. But you guys, you basically just, there's a low tolerance for kind of these aspects to start popping up before you'll just break apart again. So it's like you set each other off in a way. Okay. So, but yeah, there's, you got to deal. The one thing is that you're afraid to be intimate. Both of you are afraid to be intimate with one another. And that is a issue that you need to work on slowly. It's nothing that you can just, okay, we're just going to rip off the band-aid and just jump into it and do it. Like, no, I don't feel like that's even possible. I don't feel like even if you wanted to, you would be able to figure out how to do that. You need to slowly build that trust. And I'm hearing for some of you that's building back trust. There's been, lies and deceit and so much uncertainty in the connection so far that you're having to build that back. So we still have some more cards here. Let's check them out. We have, yes. Okay. Shadow card is here. Shadow reverse. So this, I feel that when the shadow card goes reverse, it's like a revelation of that shadow. It is the completion of the shadow work. So that is really good. I like to see that. I'm not saying like you're completing your shadow work with this individual in December. Obviously, that would just backtrack everything I just said. But you're coming into way more awareness and understanding of what's going on. And you're seeing yourself get triggered. You guys, it's a hairline trigger. That's what it was. You guys have a hairline trigger. You're seeing yourself get triggered in interactions with this person. And that's why I'm saying this person's coming back, and some of you don't think that, but that are listening, but that's what's happening here to me. So, and then we have movement, choices, and decisions reversed. You don't need to make any movements or choices or decisions right now with this connection. Just exist in the moment and see where things go, because rushing it you're gonna want to rush it. You both are gonna want to rush it. You both really care about each other. You're gonna want to get back to what it used to be like in the connection, but that is going to create issues in the connection and it's not going to work. So you need to remember that, hey, we have this big giant like block of something. I don't know. All I can think of is coal. Block of coal that we need to break down slowly. That's separating us. And this is this fear of intimacy. And this is something that's our individual battle and our battle together. And so we can't just like run into anything because that will overcome us. Okay. So we have don't stop. Yes, absolutely. You have to keep moving forward with this healing process. It's not time to stop and jump into, what you think is your fantasy relationship or your amazing friendship and just like try to go back to how things always were. You have to work on this healing process together and you have to take time and you do have to forgive in a real way. And I feel like that's maybe been a problem in this connection is that you will, like if you've gotten back together before, then it's broken apart. You've gotten back together and it's because you really do care about each other, but you don't really forgive each other. And then, eventually those shadows pop up and then what happens? Boom, the bomb goes off and you're back in separation and not speaking. So, okay, we have the snake coming out, which is not the luckiest of cards, but we also have the clover coming out. So these two kind of cancel each other out with their energies. What I'm going to take it as is you might have something happen with this reconnection that's happening this month that seems pretty negative, but it seems like something positive kind of follows it up. So I think that's just kind of representative of this connection where it's like one step forward, two steps back between you two, where it seems like you're kind of maybe getting along, things are going okay. And then some of those shadow aspects start to pop up and, here we go. Here starts like the frustration, the fights, the weird comments or whatever. And so that's something that you're going to need when you see that, then know like, hey, maybe it's time to pull back to yourself, assess that. Why did you feel that way? What is the real root to that? Is that something that is your issue? If it is, then, how do you address it? If it's more of a, you don't feel like that communication style works for you too, then have a conversation about it like adults and not have like some, back and forth bickering or, you know, game playing or whatever. So that's what I see here for you guys. I don't even think I really need to pull any extra cards, to be honest. But let's go ahead. The one deck I was thinking about using while talking to you was my messages index cards that I have. So let's go ahead and use those and get some messages from this person to you. And I will be doing more of these in the extended version of the reading, which I do my no communications update where I look at that person specifically. So if you want to get more details of this, you can head on over to the Patreon. Okay, how did I get someone like you? So this person, they really like, one, maybe they're afraid that you're not in their league. You're too good for them in some way. So there could be some issues with their sense of self-worth. I need freedom. Okay, so this person, also though, that's interesting. They're somebody that really does need to be free. There's somebody that needs to feel like they're free in their connections. I didn't realize what we had until it's gone. So it's interesting. The energy I'm picking up from these messages is like this, like they are kind of hot and cold. Like they have like these extreme feelings, but at the same time, but they're like, but get away from me. So this person's kind of like a cat. But they definitely like, they felt your loss. When you were left, they felt that loss. They felt the missing of your presence. Sometimes you're so aloof. I'm not sure how you really feel. So, yeah, I mean, you all being air signs, Libra energy, you can come off as that. Because you're intellectualizing things, you're compartmentalizing, you have your feelings off for the moment, and they don't really know how you actually feel about them. They can't tell, they can't read you. Anxiety, this person suffers from anxiety. This might be something that they have. They might have an anxiety disorder, or they just could be suffering from anxiety when it comes to this connection. Or this could be something that they're dealing with, right now with 2020. And I've decided to go to therapy. So with this card, it can be literal. They've maybe decided to literally go to therapy, or they're thinking about it. They're in the process of it. They want to. So there's, energy towards going to therapy, towards working on themselves. And yeah, so, but there is kind of this like, and I think part of them recognizes it. They see that they're like, they love you, but then they also want their freedom. So they're trying to maybe figure out like, what is that? What is that need of freedom? Maybe what does freedom mean? I heard that. What does freedom actually mean when it comes to this connection? So they're kind of working things out with themselves. Very interesting. Okay, so that's going to be it, guys. I will do the extended reading over on Patreon. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on this video. It does help support the channel. Plus, I love reading all of your comments. I read every single one of them. So please leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Check on in. And I will see you all next time. Have a great day.